Is this thing on? Alright. So, I did an album from AJ Tracey. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Flu Game. It's an album. Do you know what Flu Game refers to? It's something.
I know the origins. Like, I know of it, but I can't remember it. I know there was a sneaker made, like, after it,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it is.
Michael Jordan. He played a game with the flu
Yeah.
and famously won it. And he was just like dead on the court. He was just like slumped over, like getting helped off the court. But he was a beast. That's Michael Jordan. He does that. But so AJ Tracey, he's just a UK icon at this point. Like
Yeah.
known for time now. He grew up quite poor,
Yeah.
but now he's sort of referring to himself as the rap's Michael Jordan.
Okay.
In the UK, I think it's definitely plausible. He's very popular, very widespread, and I do enjoy this album. This album took me by surprise. I'm not usually the biggest fan of AJ Tracey's music because it's a bit more tuney, like it's a bit more sort of melodic than, for my liking of UK rap. That's not J Hus. J Hus is the GOAT, and then he's melodic. But I don't know. I just sometimes can't find the right split for AJ Tracey. But I thoroughly enjoy this album. I love the features on this.
Okay.
Kaylani, Nav, Digga D.
Nav
Yep.
made something good.
Yeah, he's actually good on this. I'm not even having a lie. Mabel, Mo Stack, who's just a baby J Hus, sounds very similar. I thought it was him at first, but then I was like, this is not 10 out of 10 quality. It's about an 8 out of 10. Kaylani, T-Pain. Even though I feel like T-Pain was a little bit weak on this album, but
I love T-Pain, though. He can be as weak as he wants. I'll give him
T-Pain
a pass. He's a good guy.
does his racing on Twitch.
Yeah.
Does his car racing and whatnot.
He's a legend.
All right, let me get this track list up. I'm going to play a few songs.
Okay.
But yeah, Nav, I really enjoyed Nav's line. Where did it go? No Virgil got off-white tan bricks. I was sending bitches Ubers, can't stand lift. Everything that I do is gigantic. I'm a water boy, drown a Titanic.
Okay.
Pretty hard.
I wonder why I can't stand to lift.
I don't know. He likes Uber better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Digga D is.
No.
He's an up-and-comer in the UK
Okay.
scene, and he's absolutely banging on this track, bringing it back. And it's a very cold, very dark beat, and I do enjoy it. And that plays into AJ Tracey, AJ Tracey and Digga D, quite well. But yeah, AJ Tracey on this song has like one of the most subtle lines I've ever heard that I was just mind blown by. And this is something, the subtlety of, well, not the subtlety, but the nuance of UK rap. And UK slang, that no one would ever understand this if they weren't like in the culture. So he says, I brought my winger back like Spurs Bale. Right.
Okay.
So it's a random assortment of words.
Yeah. Well, I know Spurs is a sports team, and winger obviously has something to do with sports.
Yeah. So the winger is a position in sports.
Yeah.
In football, soccer. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs is a team.
Yep.
Out of North London.
But the Bale is just like...
And Bale is a player
Okay.
that they had him when he was like 18. Then he was there for a couple years, and then he left, and then he came back, so they brought him back.
Oh, okay.
But winger or wing refers to someone you went into jail with. Like, they were on my wing. They're my winger.
Mm.
So he brought him back like Spurs, so he got him out of jail.
Yeah.
But remember that guy's name, Bale? He got him out on bail.
What the fuck?
That's tough.
That is
tough.
layered.
That is tough.
Holy shit.
Like, what you have to... That's niche right there.
That is. Like, that's not even like a double Eric Andre.
That's one meaning.
Every single word
Yeah.
is linked to every single other word.
I will say, in this album, it does go a bit dull in the middle. Like it's front loaded and then back loaded, and that's where all the features are. So In the first 3 tracks, we have 2 features on the second and third track, Nav and Digga D. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks without a feature in the middle. And then in the last, 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 features.
Okay.
So he front and back loads it. And then personally, Eurostep, Draft Pick, and Glocky let me down a little bit. I wasn't the hugest fan. They were just a bit out of place and out of focus. Like, he goes, especially on Eurostep, that was the one that sort of broke my immersion from this album as a whole. Like, a song like Bringing It Back was very just smooth, and I could listen to it, and like it was just registering with me. But then Eurostep was just a bit harsh and a bit unusual sounding. So I will play them together. So this is Bringing It Back, a song that I thoroughly enjoy. So that's like very nice sounding, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But
that
then
sounds hard.
Then I hear Eurostep, and it's just a bit. It just throws me off a bit. Like, it's not as smooth. It's not as silky. Like, you'll hear when he raps. When he raps, it's.
Oh.
See, it's just like.
Yeah, that's quite a jagged.
Like, it's. I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it's there, but I prefer the other style personally. So maybe other people prefer that. Summertime Shootout, T-Pain. Like I said, I don't know if I actually said it. I didn't like him as much. I think he just wasn't as powerful as what he could be. Coop with Kehlani, banger. Great juxtaposition between the sort of raspy and sort of dark voice of AJ and the silkiness of Kehlani, we all know. Number 9, again, which is track number 14, also really good. Dinner Guest with Mo Stack, banger. I do like the line of, posh girls want to bring me to their yard. I don't care if your dad's a racist. Tell him I'm a star. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then West 10 with Mabel, a banger. But what I do like about this album is that there's very obviously different types of songs for different types of people, which is good. Sometimes I prefer an album with one sort of focus and one idea. But I think I can move past that with AJ Tracey because he's sort of a little bit beyond that. Like, it's like I don't expect Drake to have all one type of song. Like, he's obviously trying to cater, and so is AJ here. But if it's someone a bit more niche, like, I don't know, Marvy or someone like that, having different styles is a bit different. But he's got Dinner Guest with Mo Stack, West 10 with Mabel, even the track opener Anxious. They're all gonna be like hits in the top 20, whatever.
Okay.
And then he's got like ones that'll become big if they're listened to a bit more. I feel like Coup Coach is actually a really good one that is a bit underrated at the moment. I've seen a few people talking about other tracks, and not so much Coup Coach, but I honestly feel like Nav did really well on that. He didn't overstep what he was doing, and I think that he... Personally, I think he did exactly what was needed of him. But yeah, I really enjoyed this album. I think that overall, it's 16 tracks, and I think that I could go away with like 10 or 11 that I would listen to again.
Okay.
Really good, especially for someone that I don't listen to too much. And as someone in the UK... I sort of try to listen to a bit more like real stuff, and not saying that AJ hasn't gone through stuff, because he obviously has, and he talks about it on some of these songs, but like I'm like the Daves and the Freddos and the stuff like that. So I'm going to give this an album a 7 out of 10. I think it was actually really good. Okay. Definitely worth a listen to. If you want to cut out all the songs without a feature, except for the first track, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Okay. I think you would listen to it once or twice, maybe all the way through, to see if maybe your taste sort of vibes with those sort of tracks. But for me personally, track 1, 2, and 3, and then the rest with features, I would listen to. Okay. But yeah, 7 out of 10.
There you go. Nice solid score.
Yep.
All right. Well, be sure to tune in tomorrow because we've got quite a few videos to react to.
All right.
We're going to make that the React Day.
All right.
We'll see you then. That's a wrap.